Hey everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I am bringing you my what has been selling for the last week, and also just talking about what kinds of things have been selling during this time of social distancing, isolation, quarantine, whatever you call it. Depending on where you are. And so I thought it might be a nice time for us to talk about what kinds of things have been selling for us so that we can prioritize what we are focusing on with our listing. And I dropped a question in my group, International League of Thrifters, and so we've had a little conversation going there, people sharing what things were selling for them lately. And so I thought, I am live, so if you're watching later, then hello. If you're watching now, hello. I'm going to be sharing my sales that I've had on eBay and Etsy. I also had a sale on Mercari, and I've had some off-site sales that I'll share as well. And then at the end of all of that, we'll have like a discussion. So if you're wanting to know, I'm going to be popping into the chat. I will, but I'm going to try to save that till after I've done all the sales stuff, so that if you're only here wanting to see that part, you can skip the chat at the end. I don't know why I feel like I'm very scatterbrained right now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the weather. We've got some drizzly weather. Yeah. But hello. Thank you for being here live, those of you who are here live, and I will jump into the chat. I hope you're all doing well and feeling okay. Okay. So let me start off by saying that I did have a really good week. I sell, I always forget to say this part. If you're new here, hit subscribe. I'm a stay-at-home homeschooling mom, homeschooling before it was mandatory mom that flips things on eBay and Etsy to make a profit to help support my family. But I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I had a really good week. I tried to sell about $200 a week to supplement or to, as part of my income. And it has been over that the last few weeks, which was a surprise because I really thought because of everything that's been going on, I was really worried about my sales. I've had a lot of anxiety about it the last few weeks. So last week was good. This week was good. I think I can take a breath and realize maybe it's going to be okay because of that. However, I will say that I put out a couple videos about merch by Amazon because I thought, this is the perfect time for people to start supplementing with that merch by Amazon, because it's not something where you have to go out and find stock and supplies, or don't have to go out and get anything. And now Merch by Amazon has put a pause on their United States, the people working in I don't know if they just shut down so that they could redirect the people that were working in the print-on-demand warehouses to work somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly why they did it, but now the only merch sales that are made are international ones, which are pretty much none. I think I've made 2 shirt sales in the last week, which is a bit of a sting because that's another one of the pieces of my financial puzzle that has been kind of taken out from under me. I do still sell on Etsy and Printful, which is also a print on demand, so it's still something I can do and just focus on other areas, but that was a little bit of a gut punch. Luckily, it's only a smaller portion of my income, but it's still between $250, $300 a month that I would make from print on demand. So that was kind of, anyway, so let's jump into the sales because that's why you're here. So I did make some sales on, let me flip this over, here we go. So whenever I do haul videos, and if you see something, or sometimes viewers will see things that they would like, then I sell them. Usually give you a really good price on them because then I don't have to list them and do all of this other stuff. So this was a cross that I got at the bins, and it sold for $18. I am a little scatterbrained because I was going to tell you what my profits were before I started. Okay, so I put on my thumbnail that I had made $575 this week. And that's gross. So not gross as in like bleh, but like gross sales. So that hasn't taken out the fees or anything like that. I spent $100 to make that. So take 100 off of that 575 is 475. So after fees and all this other stuff, we're probably still looking at a good $400 week. So that's still really, really good. That would be like net what I brought home. So I'll be sharing with you also what I paid for the items. That's what I wanted to tell you. Okay. Hi in the chat. If you're new here, I promise. No, I don't. I am sometimes this scatterbrained. I don't know what it is today. But anyway. Okay, so this I got at the bins, the Goodwill Outlet. And the glass items I get there, I can get for 10 cents. It's 20 items for $1.99. So I paid about 10 cents for this, and it sold for $17. That was with shipping, so probably about $3 off of that. So it was probably about $14 or $15 profit for this. Okay, next, and again, this was something I sold to a viewer. This was the little metal mouse hooks that I got at the last estate sale before I started all of this social distancing. So the metal mouse hooks I bought for $5. I believe it was either 3 or 5 at the estate sale, and sold for $20. So after shipping and everything, it was probably a good $10 profit on that. So yay! Thank you for being here, everybody, and I will come say hello in the chat in just a moment. Okay, so then I have been doing some Goodwill Blue Box unboxings, and this is a necklace. It was a shell necklace. I said it was probably cost me about 50 cents because the blue box, the one that I got, was $19.99. It was the 5-pound repurposed box, and so it was 5 pounds of stuff, so it was probably about 50 cents. The price for those boxes have gone up, I know. But this one sold to a viewer for $15, so after shipping, probably about a $12 profit. Then, so another buyer bought 2 things. One of them was, this is the best picture I could get. It's like a cross made out of those little nails. And then that, I think it's a tooth necklace. So I had a viewer buy those 2 items. And where did they go? Over here. So I said again, about 50 cents for both of those because they came out of the Goodwill Blue Box. And those sold for $18. So probably a good $15 profit for that stuff. Okay, so those were my sales to my viewers. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm going to be back in the chat. And I see some people saying it's their first time. Hello, thank you for being here. All right, so coming back over here, let's take a peek. I had a Mercari sale this week. I have started putting my items on Mercari, Poshmark, Bonanza. Bonanza will automatically populate from your eBay, so I just had to sync that up, so it's been pretty easy. And then Mercari and Poshmark, I've been working on getting my things up there as well. I don't do all the sharing and stuff because I don't have time. Anyway, so you may or may not know this about me. I hoard Lego, and I have for a really long time. It's almost like insurance policy or investing in the stock market type of thing. That's how I view it anyway. So I will buy Lego when it's on clearance, or I'll buy Lego when I feel like this is going to be a set that people are going to really want when it sells out, because then the prices just skyrocket. So I showed the closet in my walkthrough in my workroom, and I've started listing some of those Lego sets. So this is a Lego set, a Star Wars Clone Trooper set that I got on clearance for $7 that sold for $30 on Mercari. I'm going to talk some more about some of the other things people have been buying. Yeah, they're talking about the things in the chat. If you're not watching now and you'd like to catch me live so you can talk to all the wonderful people in the chat, then hit that bell next to the subscribe button. Okay, so next up, these are my eBay sales. Let me get my chart over here ready. So this is a bracelet that sold. I bought this for $1 and it sold for $20 on eBay. It's sort of like, I labeled it as like a Viking style or like Celtic knots, all the swirls. It was a pretty heavy clamper bracelet. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Again, last week I shared I was selling quite a bit of jewelry, and I think people are getting things to make them feel happy. So there's that. And then these fish sold. I sold the other fish, it was the last week or the week before, that I got in the bins. So I paid maybe $1 for these because my bins were, it's $1.49 a pound. And so these are 2 little fish that you can hang on the wall. And these fish sold for $17. Here's my thought about this. People are stuck at home now, and so they're buying things to keep their kids busy, and they're buying things to entertain themselves. They're buying things. This is where I'm like, I think people are also, they're at home. They're like, I've been meaning to redo this bathroom. I've been meaning to redecorate, da 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 da. And so they're ordering things for their house and home. I know personally, we've been attacking my garden. So we've been really doing a lot with, pardon me, getting things for the garden. So that's, people are focusing on their house and home and yard, and just like take this opportunity. My neighbor next door was power blasting his deck. I guess he's going to refinish his deck now that he's home. So that's what's going on. Okay, so that's those. And okay, so I'll come back to the chat again. Okay, and look at this one, you guys. When I looked this up to start pricing it out, I almost fell out of my chair. I was on the floor, so I couldn't fall out of the chair. So this is not a huge set. This is a bark speeder with a sidecar. And this is a set that one of my kids actually had that they chose when we went to buy Lego one day. And so you can see even on the cover where I peeled off the clearance sticker because it peeled off the cover, but it didn't matter. So I paid on clearance. I paid $9 on clearance for this Star Wars set, and it wasn't a tiny one, but it wasn't a big one either. It was just like a smallish one, 200 something pieces. Paid $9 for it, and this thing sold for $135. So when they take off and some people want them, they want them. So I couldn't believe it. $9 into $135 for that. Okay, next up, another Star Wars set sold. This is one of those little tiny boxes. They're usually about $10, but I got it for $7 on sale, and it sold for $20. And then this is a bracelet that sold. It was a beaded, stretchy bracelet that I paid $1 for, and it sold for $15. And then ink. So I guess again, people are in their office doing stuff. They have to print things off at home, I guess. I don't know. So this one I picked up at the bins and paid probably 50 cents for it or so, and it sold for $18. So if you've got office supplies, people are at home working. And this wood inlay box that I also got at the bins for about 50 cents probably, maybe a little, it's not quite a pound, but anyway, it sold for $15. Pardon me. Oh, and I just have to say, I love it that this sold. I love it that this sold. I got 2 of these lacquer trays in the bins, and they were not in amazing shape. Some of it, was scuffed, and there were some cracks. There's a crack right there. And I remember when I was showing them in the haul video, somebody left a comment, was just like, you will never sell that. There's no way you're going to sell that for $17.99. Because there were 2 trays, and there's supposed to be 3, and there were those like stacking nesting trays, but I decided to split them up and sell them individually because I didn't have the 3rd tray. So, and then I got that comment like when I was explaining how I was going to try to sell them. So I just love it because then I can just say, watch me sell it, watch it happen. Here it goes, boom, sold. So maybe it's childish, but it makes me happy. So, okay, I paid maybe $1 for this tray and sold for $18, $17.99. I love it when that happens. You can't sell that. Watch me. Okay, so this was another one that I bought this one at full price. This was a Lego Big Bang Theory set that I bought at full. No, it's not quite full price. I bought it for $60. Maybe that was full price. I think they came out. They were $59.99 new when they came out. So I bought this one, thinking this is going to be one that people are going to want because it's a show. It's got a big following. And so this one I took a best offer of $125 on. So I know that's a really big buy-in price at $60, and it's not always feasible to do that. But for $125, that's a really good flip, a really good profit to make on that. So I tend to buy in on the smaller ones. There's a few of the larger sets that I have in there that I haven't listed yet. I don't know. I'm just still holding on to them. Some of the big boys, waiting to see what they're gonna go for. Okay, so these are my Etsy sales, and I picked these mats up at the bins, and I did use the keyword Hollywood Regency, so that's sort of that gold opulent look. So these I paid maybe 50 cents for. They were in the bins, like I said, and they sold for $20. And then on Etsy, I sell a mystery box of jewelry. This is jewelry that's wearable and sellable. It's not like a mixed lot of just whatever. So this one sold for $17. You get 5 to 10 pieces in that range. Did I tell you I sold a... Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you. So I also sold on a offsite. I sell craft lots of jewelry, which is like just a mix of wearable, repairable. Whenever I'm doing my jewelry videos and I say that's going to a lot, that's going to a lot, that's what I'm talking about. It just goes like into a bag. So, and that I sell for $25 shipped within the US. So that's what that is. I forgot to tell you. Okay, so another thing that sold was this Pikachu necklace. I bought this for $1 and it sold for $15. Just a little Pikachu. And then this, I've had this up for so long, but this is a little pearl tie tack that I could tell because the pictures are horrible. But this finally sold. I bought it for 50 cents and it sold for $15. So those are my sales. Let me come and say hey in the chat. How many friends do we have watching? Hey everybody, go over there and hit that thumbs up. And let's give the bird to this social distancing. How about that? Not the social distancing, the virus. Let's give it the bird. And you can give it the bird too by hitting that thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever. I don't care. Either way, whichever way you swing. Okay, so hi in the chat. If you were just here to see that part, then thank you for being here. And I'm so glad you made it, and I hope you stay safe. And if you're here to hang out for the rest and chat and talk about what's been selling and what kind of things you've been selling, then let's dive in and see. I hope everybody's doing well. So I've been very lucky. My sister is here, and so she and her son, my nephew, came to self-quarantine with us for a week or so. Then they're going to go back home. Then we're going to kind of trade out. My mom's coming just to kind of mix it up since we're all self-quarantining in our own places. So we're just kind of coming to each other and trying to not go out of our minds. Anyway, so hello everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Julie says, trying to list eBay's being glitchy. I haven't been able to list that's the hardest part for me right now is I haven't been able to list. I'm trying to get 1 or 2 things up a day if I can, but with family here and trying to juggle. You'd think I'd be used to it as a homeschooling mom, but we really did a lot. We were out of the house a lot, so. Hello, thank you for being here. Let's see, Heather says we've been social distant for 2 weeks. Yeah, us too here. 2 weeks. So, Tanya says she's been uploading on Facebook Live for now, do it. So Heather says that eBay's been good so far. Good. I think that if I were listing more, it would be going a little bit better. But probably it might be easier when my mom's here because she just does her own thing. She'll just sit. She's gonna bring her sewing machine, just sit and sew. So. I missed something in the chat. Hang on. Thank you. Yep, people are still buying stuff. Savia, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Big weekend for me. 30 items with $500 gross. That's good. Yeah. So I am looking. Heather says, it surprises me that people need Waterford crystal during a pandemic. I'm telling you. The things I've been looking up, I'm surprised. I mean, but mostly garden stuff. So I've been really like, now's the time. I'm gonna get this patio looking great. So that's what I've been doing, sort of as my therapy, is garden, patio stuff. Right? I have a Lego hoard. Yes. Definitely trying to sell it off now, though. So I'm looking through oh, there it went again. It jumped. Okay, I'm scrolling back to see. So yeah, I think people are working on home projects. So Megan says, but while doing home projects, please remember that trips to Lowe's for paint or upgrade finishes or decor is not social distancing. Yeah, I went to Home Depot like maybe 3 days into our social distancing because I had a feeling I'm not going to want to go out. So maybe it was probably not the wisest thing to do, but it was it's been about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks ago I went and I got paint and I got wood. Like if you go to Lowe's and Home Depot, back by their lumber section in the very back where they usually right by where they have that big cutting machine, they have a thing where it's like, not a thing, a container where they put all the lumber and pieces of stuff that's maybe got a split or maybe it's wavy and it's 70% off. So sometimes we like to go over there and raid that 70% off lumber stuff for the kids to just like hammer and nail and saw and create or whatever. So, or make garden beds out of. But in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best idea, but it was very early on in this social distancing stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, we did it. That was done. So, Sarah says, how did you know those mats were vintage? I always wonder. Well, I think when it comes to certain things, you have to kind of guesstimate. Because like those mats didn't have a date on them, and there are some that are probably still being made now, but I know that there's a chance that they were made 20 years ago too. So I felt fairly confident that it was okay for me to put those up there on the site because it's something that was also made 20 years ago, So yeah, I felt okay about it. And I don't usually get, unless there's something that's definitely dated or definitely for sure, they don't usually have too much, problem with it. Or they haven't yet, ever. Oh, B1 says, I hear webcams are selling like hotcakes, but I don't have any to sell. Oh, me either. Me either. That's probably true, yeah, because people are wanting to FaceTime or Zoom or all this stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Some people have to go to the post office because if they live in apartments or townhomes, you can't leave it out. You just never know. I mean, come on. We've been having people steal bikes in our neighborhood. Everybody's got a camera. We can see you. I don't understand that. Yeah. Savi? I'll just call you Savi. How about that? Selling hats, video games, VHS tapes. Yep. Rag says, Elena and I should do a live chat. Y'all, I'm going to show you a picture. If you've never met my sister, she probably can hear me. If you've never met her, you go watch, because I have some videos up of us. But I'm just going to say, I'm going to show you a picture of what has been happening in our house. Okay, here. So this is what it's like when my sister's here. We have video footage. And what's happening here is that they're balloons being blown up and then put into pants and shirts and then running around. I know this has nothing to do with reselling, but it does have to do with making you smile. It's hilarious. There she is, hurdling the couch to chase the children with her balloons. Anyway, she's very funny. So it's been very, very therapeutic. Anyway, Downsized Diva says, "Hey Margaret, I sold a set of 10 hand-painted leaping frog ornaments that I found in the bins for $50. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. Stephanie says, I'm up to 190 listings now. You haven't sold much, but I've heard cross-stitch kits have been selling, like things like for hobbyists and stuff like that, definitely." Oh, Dee Dee says they're changing my eBay layout. Virginia stay-at-home order issued today. And Jerry says, I'm blessed to have a job where I already work from home and not affected financially, but my booth at the mall has tanked. Oh, yeah, minor problem. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Because some people really, I know back when I was living in the Houston area, there were some people that their booth was their livelihood. So it's got to be hard, So I am looking. Way too cold to do yard work, Christine says. It's been nice here. We did have a really hot day, but then it's kind of cooled off. It's been raining, so. Then, yeah, now we're sheltering. One trip is different. Oh, yeah. They're talking about going to Lowe's and Home Depot, making trips there. So, with the Legos, did you do them on auction or buy it now? I did them on buy it now, and I priced them pretty high, and then I put like my accepting offers at certain levels. So, and honestly, at this point, if I bought something for $60 and it sold for $100, I'd probably take it, because even though it's not as much as I would want, that's still a really good profit, and we need it. My brother sent me something about Texas. It was a Texas women entrepreneur thing that they were giving grants to women entrepreneurs or women small business owners. And he suggested that I try it. And I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? There's going to be a woman entrepreneur, small business owner that has overhead, that has a shop, that has employees that could definitely use it more than me. So I was like, I can't apply for this. So, yeah. Antique Mall's been closed for 2.5 weeks, they're saying. Oh. So leave a comment in the chat and let us know what's something that has sold lately for you that's been a surprise. So I think, when I start taking pictures again, I'm going to finish up my pile of games and Legos that I've got. Then I'm going to focus on doing some jewelry, because jewelry has really been selling. And maybe housewares, because people are home and they're doing decor stuff. But honestly, that's mostly what I sell anyway, because I don't really sell clothes. Somebody else was saying shoes were selling. What else? I don't know, because that's pretty much all I sell. Housewares, jewelry, and toys. So, I guess I'll get busy on all of that. Okay, you guys, I'm so glad that you came. And I really do hope that you're staying safe and that your area is safe for you. Because I know how stressful it is. Yeah, it's pretty stressful. But, yeah, I'll be here, and I'm on Facebook as well. Oh, I just want to say, because it's probably not going to happen, you guys who are watching probably already know, but I've been getting messages on eBay that are not appropriate. I can't answer them, basically, because it's like, hey, I want to buy one of your craft lots, but I'm not selling them on eBay, so I can't tell the person, hey, can you email me at blah blah, my email address, because then eBay's a big no, you can't do that. So I have an email address. It's in the description box down below. So if you'd like to email me, that's where you email me, or you can reach me on Facebook. Yeah. So, all right. So, very nice. Glam Kitty says, I redo old jewelry into new pieces and made $250. Nice. Lingerie is sold for me, Karen says, and jewelry. I bet people are home. There's going to be a COVID baby boom in like 10 months. So, oh, thank you, Demuchiville. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, we're gonna stay safe, Dee Dee. My grocery store does deliveries, and so my plan is, and y'all, I had to stay up till midnight since we're on the topic because I brought it up. Nobody else brought it up. I had to stay up till midnight because if you wait till morning to reserve a time slot, by the time it's 8 o'clock in the morning, they're all sold out. And I felt bad about it, but because I know there are a lot of people that can't get out as worse than I can, but they have a phone, like a call-in line for seniors to call in and make orders and stuff like that. So they're prioritizing seniors that way. But I do have a son who's got respiratory, he has respiratory issues. We don't talk a whole lot about that on here because that's my kid stuff. But I'm really trying to be careful because one of my kids has stuff with the lungs and has to get on this nebulizer all the time and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm really trying to be careful. So yeah, anyway, I had to stay up till midnight to get a time slot. And so I'm trying to do that, but it's 2 weeks out. If I stayed up tonight to make an order for groceries, the date that would open up is 2 weeks from today. So I'm trying to think, okay, maybe once a week I'll do that, get on there, make another order for 2 weeks out from that, just, I don't know, the things we have to do, because I don't want to go in. I don't want to risk it. So, when my brother came before all the social distancing stuff, he came and he made sanitizer with the kids, and he made us spray bottles with, bleach water solution and alcohol water solution so we could do our electronics. And yeah, anyway, it was just great. He came and helped with all of that stuff. Yeah. It's snowing in Michigan. Ah. Mandy says, my daughter has cancer. I know what you mean. Yeah, and I don't talk a whole lot about my kids and their medical stuff. And I mentioned that they have therapies and things that we do and other stuff. But this is private. If they may not want people knowing. But I will say one of my kids has lung stuff that's very sensitive. So I'm trying to be careful with that because it's scary. It's scary. Okay. Decorating yourself, misfits for organic veggies. Google it. I was just thinking about that, but I was looking at, what's it called? What's it called? Irregular produce? No, that's not what imperfect produce. I was looking at imperfect produce, and they deliver. So that's something. Fresh fruit and vegetables is good. Okay. All right, everybody. Big hugs to you. I hope you're staying safe and clean. And I will talk to you very soon. Have a really great, what is today? The days are running together. A really great Monday. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.